The news, good evening. The elected member for Canton-Smaé in the National Assembly, Wavon William, has said that he wants to continue representing his district in the National Assembly, but he will let God guide him on which platform he will run for in the next election. Mr. William made a statement to SBC News this morning after announcing to the National Assembly that he was no longer a member of United Seychelles. He says he feels that now is the time to clarify his position as the National Assembly will be dissolved tomorrow. Charles de Commarmont has announced his retirement as a member of the National Assembly after 33 years discharging this function. So he will not be standing as a candidate for United Seychelles in the forthcoming National Assembly election. He made the announcement after meeting President Danny Faure at State House this afternoon. And President Faure has this afternoon signed a proclamation to declare the dissolution of the 6th National Assembly, which will stand dissolved tomorrow following the publication of the proclamation today, the 6th of August. This is in line with Article 110(2) of the Constitution of the Republic of Seychelles, which provides that the President may, by proclamation published in the Gazette, dissolve the National Assembly for any reason which the President considered it to be in the national interest. The President, on the 30th of July, gave the Speaker of the National Assembly 7 days' notice of the intention to dissolve the National Assembly. Staff from 2 hotels who staged a strike over unpaid wages are waiting to hear when they will get paid. Around 70 workers from the Coral Strand and its sister, Savoy Resort, walked out in protest this morning. The Russia-based company, which owns the properties, has been given a 48-hour deadline to settle the matter.
Staff from 2 properties, Coral Strand and Savoy Resort, on a picket line at Beauvallon this morning. Some claim they've received only 41% of their basic pay for July, despite the hotel's owners receiving government job retention support.
How angry are you guys?
Very angry.
Not good.
Not good. Very furious about this one. We didn't expect this, how much they will cut off. At least they should talk to us first. And we've been working for a month, the whole month, and we've been working by 8.5 hours just to get 40% of our salary. This is no good.
Officials from the Employment Ministry soon arrived.
Can we have a quick comment, PS?
But they remained tight-lipped before meeting managers. They say the Russia-based owners Eastern European Pty Limited failed to pay staff pension and tax contributions in May and June, which were then deducted from last month's pay packets.
Well, after about an hour inside the meeting with union representatives and representatives of the staff, the Principal Secretary is now selling the deal to them, and it's still going to be some days before they get their money.
We were told to talk to the staff that they will take action, and the Savoy management has to pay us within 48 hours.
We are very confident. I cannot promise you 100%, but we are very confident that negotiation will go on very well, and hopefully we can have a feedback as to what is the way forward, and that can be communicated to the staff.
We should not have reached this stage. It should not have happened. This is a sort of abuse. Okay, we should respect the workers who are working hard for those 2 hotel establishments.
By mid-morning, the protest broke up, with staff anger temporarily assuaged. Tonight, the owners, who were already facing litigation over allegedly unpaid debts to suppliers, are now under renewed pressure, this time from the government.
President Faure visited the Agency for Social Protection this morning to see how the employees are coping with a large group of people applying for assistance. In March this year, only 2,800 people were on the Welfare Assistance Program, and at the moment this figure is 5,300. The agency says they will need more money to sustain the increasing demand. They started the year with a budget of 40 million rupees, and following the pandemic, they requested for an additional 30 million rupees. The CEO for the Agency of Social Protection, Marcus Simeon, says that in the meantime, they are trying to help beneficiaries to get into employment so that they can sustain themselves.
Already in the year to date, we have seen a doubling up of the number of applications that we received when compared to the whole of 2019 level. That meant that the agency had to readapt itself to the new normal that COVID-19 pandemic meant. And for us to do that, we had to use our resources more effectively in terms of human resources or in office spaces and everything. If you went when you went through the agency offices today, you will see that there's no free space available. So all this had to be converted to go towards helping people to become more customer centric in the way we do things. The move now is to work on what's called welfare to work program. So move people off assistance and get them back into a form of employment, be it private sector employment or through government works program. That will at least give that people a sense of dignity.
There is only one active COVID-19 case in the country, and that is a crew from the tuna fishing vessel. 37 Seychellois and residents from high-risk countries are currently admitted at the quarantine center at the Bajaya Beauvallon Bay, while other residents from low and medium-risk countries have been sent home under surveillance. While there are no new cases in the country, despite the arrival of 985 passengers since August the 1st, the Public Health Commissioner is urging members of the public to practice prevention measures as they expect new cases, and the key is to limit transmissions.
I'd like to advise people to make an effort to stop contact of greeting, whether it's hugging. If you're hugging somebody you live with, that's different. But people outside your household, avoid handshaking, fist bumping, and any contact form of greeting, and rather adopt new ways of greeting that does not involve any contact.
And with this, we end this news summary. Thank you for watching. Have a very pleasant evening.